Lars Thorne, and my first crush was one Betsy Webb. 6th grade, Washington Waldorf School in Bethesda, Maryland, is where it all went down. I knew things were on when one of her good friends tapped me on the shoulder after choir practice and asked whether I liked Betsy Webb and would I want to be her girlfriend. I think there probably was a note attached to that question with a check yes or a no type scenario. And I don't even know that I had talked to Betsy much more than a passing hi or hello in a shy manner. But it seemed like everyone else in the class was pairing off into twos, and I thought I'd join in the party. And from that point forward, Betsy and I were an item, as much an item as 6th graders can be. I remember getting a little basketball from her for Christmas, one of my prized possessions, and I got her some chocolate, if I recall. And probably the climax of our whole relationship was on a camping trip later on in 6th grade, where we played a little truth or dare in a tent, and she provided me with my first kiss right here on the cheek. And that blew my mind. Didn't even know what to think of that. Unfortunately, things had to end at some point. Couldn't settle down too early. 6th grade was a little early to find the love of my life. Interestingly enough, we reconnected many, many years later. After returning from a trip to Australia, I found an email in my inbox, and this was years later, probably 2001, and we had broken up initially. My goodness, in the late 1980s, and I had kept this email for some time, and then saw fit to send her a response, probably a year after receiving it. Wrote her an email back, and sure enough, in about 2 hours, had an email waiting there for me in my inbox. She had responded right away with the funniest of things. And we had this email correspondence that went on for weeks and weeks. And I said, hey, what are you doing Wednesday around lunchtime? I'm driving down. I'm coming through Philadelphia. If you're free, it'd be wonderful to see you. She said, sure, no problem. I could take some time off. I don't teach any classes at that time. Let's find a meeting place and we can have lunch on your way through town. So we decided we'd meet at exit 3 off of, I believe it was 95 on the way down. And I pulled off the side of the road, called her on her cell phone, said that I was there, and she came to meet me. And it suddenly occurred to me that I might not even recognize her anymore. It had been that many years since I had seen her last. And just hoped that I would recognize her, that it wouldn't be embarrassing, that I would walk right past, and likewise she'd me. And pulled my car over, waited there in front of a little sandwich shop, and she came rolling by, and sure enough, I recognized her, and what a sight to see. She had always been a little bit pudgy, a little bit cute, always athletic, but just, big cheeks and whatnot, in 6th grade, and had turned into a beautiful, beautiful woman. Quite a runner, as I found out. Ran something like 10 miles a day, had run a number of marathons, was in immaculate shape, and was, again, as funny a person as I've ever met in all my years. And so we had a wonderful lunch, stayed in touch some more. She came down and surprised me at a birthday party that I had a few weeks later. I flew up and saw her in Philadelphia, and it was just wonderful to reconnect with my first crush, Betsy Webb from the 6th grade. Here's looking at you, Betsy.